What is up, guys? Today's the day that I will be talking about some of the best movies throughout the years of 2018 to 2023. Each year that I put in was from 2018 to 2023 last year. And yes, I want to talk about this today. Here's my top 10 best movies from 2018 to 2023. So a little bit we're adding the honorable mentions on this list too. So I'm excited to talk about it. So kick it off in the number 10 spot. I chose Dungeons and Dragons: Honor Among Thieves. This movie came out last year, and when I first saw this movie, I liked it a little bit. Like I like how they did with the story, because this was a big game itself of Dungeons and Dragons, and they put that game into like a big video game adaptation movie. It really came out a big blockbuster hit. Like I like the film. I like Chris Pine, he's a great actor. I like how they did in this movie. It was a fun film, really entertaining as well. For number 9, I chose the Fast and Furious X, most likely like Fast 10 in my book. Like, this movie was a bit wild, a little bit out of the blue. Like, this is the 10 movies they did with Fast and Furious. And I love how they did with this movie, like, added Jason Momoa to the story arc with Dominic, and seeing like how this whole movie plays out from the first time a big heist happened, and this Jason Momoa's character just came out of nowhere to see like what's going on here. I like Jason Momoa. I like his acting skills in this movie. He was wild. He was funny. That's why I enjoy his sense of style in this movie. And for number 8, I chose Godzilla vs. Kong. I somehow like this movie a lot, and I somehow really like intrigued by the story of Godzilla and Kong. Figured out the story arc involving in this movie. Like, that's why I love how this big monsterful like movies like this. Like, it's so awesome to see this two brutal titans fighting each other. And now we're gonna get a new Kong movie coming out this year, and Godzilla too. Like, I'm more excited to see the new Empire movie. I can't wait for the new one. And for my number 7, it's The Flash. That came out last year. I actually was a bit entertaining into this movie. This is so tough to add this movie to this list because I thought of other movies from last year, and The Flash was one of them that made it. Like, I love how they did it with this movie. The biggest thing that surprised me was Michael Keaton. That's why this movie itself was so fun but really entertaining. And for number 6, I actually chose John Wick Chapter 3. And this movie was a hit for me. Action, bloody, insane moments. There was so much great action sequences in this movie that really took the whole movie for me to like enjoy a fun John Wick movie. I'm a fan of all the John Wick movies. And this movie itself was awesome. I like this movie a lot. It's by far one of my favorite John Wick movies. And kicking off in the top 5 picks, we have the Super Mario Brothers the movie. And yes, I was a big fan of this movie. I love how they did with the story. I love how they introduced the Nintendo characters, Mario, Donkey Kong, everyone from the video games into this big whole blockbuster movie. It was awesome. It was insane, but it was so fun. I actually enjoyed this movie a lot. By far one of my favorite movies from that year. And for number 4 pick, I chose Sonic the Hedgehog 2. And yes, this movie itself was a hit for me of 2022. Like, I love how they did with this movie. Like, with introducing Knuckles and everything, and Jim Carrey's back. And since Knuckles is having his own series coming out soon, and I'm more excited for that before the third one comes out this show, Sonic the Hedgehog 2 was awesome. I love the movie. I love how they did with the script, and everything else was awesome. For my number 3 pick, I chose from the movie from 2019, Knives Out. And I love a good murder mystery movie. I actually do. So it has a fun story, but really intense. Chris Evans is the most technicized character involved in this movie, and I love how he did in this movie as faking how this whole movie will play out. It was so awesome. From the runner up in this whole list is Spider Man No Way Home. And this is so close to being number one for me, but it did not. Spider Man No Way Home is by far one of my other favorite Spider Man films. Here is the honorable mentions. We have Shang-Chi and the Legends of the Ten Rings. Like, I love the movie. It never made it to the top tens, but it was on the honorable mentions. Like, I love how they did with this movie. I love the martial arts style of the movies. It was awesome. And the other one I chose from 2019 is actually Jumanji: The Next Level. I love the Jumanji: The Next Level movie. It's by far one of my other favorite ones. And we have Uncharted, the movie that came out 2 years ago in 2022. Like, I'm a big fan of the Uncharted game series, and this movie itself was awesome. And the last one in the honorable mentions would be Birds of Prey. And to be fair, I actually like this one just a little bit, but I love how they did with this movie. Like, Harley Quinn, everything else was awesome. But the best movie I did like was from 2019. Avengers Endgame. This movie itself is so awesome, entertaining, great story arc. This was a great movie, by far one of my favorite Marvel movies up to date. It has a great story arc. If you guys enjoy these things, maybe I could go back in time to 2018 or 19 or 20 or 2021 or 2022. I'll do the top 10 best movies from each of those years. Yes, thank you all for coming to my channel here today. Hope you guys enjoy this video. So, you guys can subscribe to my channel down below. If you want to be notified by my videos, hit that notification bell icon as well. Bye everyone.